Connecting energies indeed as we connect with the diaspora, as we strive to connect our music and our sound. Now, I want production to put up the video that we are going to use as a reference. And this is in no way to do what Ghanaians usually do on the media, which is ridicule and laugh and tease each other. No, this is to show the problem and show the unfortunate circumstances that our creatives might have to face in their strive and struggles to elevate our music and connect to the international audience. Now, just ended recently was a show out in the UK, or Bravo, Slim Buster, I believe, Kojo Black, a few other names mentioned. I might have it mixed up, but regardless, the turnout and the indulgence was not like what we see on social media, where we have people clamoring for these same artists, telling them they're amazing. We want to see you in London, we want to see you in New York, etc. When they finally go, then this happens. Let's check the video, and when we get back from the video, we have George Britton and Bull God of Bull House on the line, and they're going to share their unique insights, both being pioneers and pace setters when it comes to the diaspora event space. Let's check out the video. So, to my people in the house, I think we've seen the video. As an event organizer, I'd say that would be an unfortunate scenario. As an artist, I would say that would be a tough crowd. Yeah. Regardless, the optics don't look best for our industry. But of course, we have two brothers who are well versed in this conversation on the line in production. We're ready to have them through when you are. We have George Britton and we have Bull God. I don't know if Bull God is back in the country, but I know George is outside. Morning, my brothers.
Morning, bro.
Yes, please. My name is Cyril. Nice to meet you.
See what happened.
Charlie, bro, I did for you. What be the vibe?
We're there inside, you know.
Charlie. Nice connecting with you guys as usual. Unfortunate conversations, but very necessary, because we find a problem before we solve them. That be how me and they like operate. And I think if anybody go feel help in that solution, it be the two of you. George, you there on the line? George, unmute yourself. I should say you know they hear you. George, you there? Okay, he'll be back. But of course, okay, yeah. We did hear you. Okay, great. So, Charlie, first of all, how are you?
I mean, very well. You know, I'm good. Very okay. Very okay.
Okay, cool. Can you give us some insight? First, let's jump into the video, right? You definitely know the video is trending all over. And in typical fashion, people are using it for the wrong kind of conversations. But we want to look at it as a case study and see what the difficulty is around the event space in the diaspora, especially with regard to attendance, because this is not the first time such a video has made its way onto the timeline or such a situation has happened. Those in the industry know it's not easy to go in the diaspora and have a show where attendance is at peak and people come out and actually do show love. What would you say the problem is in regards to, this scenario happening from your expertise and your experience?
Okay. From my experience, sorry, my echo, I had to leave the office and come upstairs. From my experience, I would say is based on two things, which is one, marketing for both, the promoter, of course, and the artist. And then the second one would be marketing again. Marketing in the sense that I think the artists probably, haven't been able to cross over properly. And then the event was equally maybe not well promoted. So these are the only two things that can cause this. Now let me start with the artists. I think many a times you get Ghanaians telling you to come over, to come do a show and all that. But unfortunately, most of the same people who tell you to come over and do the shows wouldn't even attend the shows. You understand? So this is one thing that is really troubling. Until we accept the fact that if you're a Ghanaian artist and want to travel, to the UK and overseas to do your show, you need to factor in marketing of you yourself, your products in the country. You don't even have to wait till you are coming here to perform before you do that. And I'm sure there are about almost 150,000 Ghanaians here in the UK. So if you know very much that you're Ghanaian that has released music and know that the probability of you coming to the UK is, very high, you have to find a way to target this audience. Now, just mind you, the Ghanaian shows mainly here are not solely attended by just Ghanaians. You know, there are Nigerians and of course other nationals. So if you want to come here and have a very successful show, you as an artist, you should add London or the UK, you know, as part of your promotional plan, so that it will be easy for people to, you know, connect with you, want to see you when they hear you come. On the side of the promoters, unfortunately, I don't know much about them. So again, I
So let
didn't
me
even
jump
see the
in.
show. I didn't see the event till KKD died. No, sorry.
So George,
Not that KD died. Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. So on what you said about
Can you hear me?
promotion and about the show, right? I want to dovetail into Bull God's first comment, because the current show that's the, you know, unearthed the conversation is a show that he had a hand in. So from his hands-on expertise, maybe we can get some
Yeah.
comments from there, and then we come back to your point on that. Bull, brother,
See,
what be the
thanks.
matter?
Thanks for. You see?
I say, what be the matter? Why will they suffer with this thing?
Oh, I mean, so let me deal with this specific one. Then I open it up, right? I mean, there are a couple of factors that didn't make this one go very well, and I attribute it to two things. I mean, promotion of the show itself, and the passing away of the legend Dada Katie. So these were the factors that really didn't help this particular event to blossom as it were. You know, I mean, when George spoke earlier, he was spot on with the kind of things he said as well. You know, but most importantly, you know, people will go out to go and see who they want to see in terms of the particular artist they are interested in. And many a times to digress on or to blow it up a little bit or to enlarge the conversation, there are many a times most of these artists, when they are billed, do not necessarily promote the event. They tend to think that the promotion really lies on the event organizer to do the work. But I've always said that, I mean, if you're an artist and you're able to do a performance and you go out there and you have a low turnout, you should understand that the faults also will be laid on your doorstep. It means that you can't attract the numbers that you boast of. You know, so it's a mixture of a lot of things. You know, promo on the side of the artist, promo on the side of the event organizer. You know, and vice versa. I mean, this is not only happening to us as Ghanaians. I need us to understand that Burna Boy, as we speak, has not been able to sell out any venue in South Africa. The last time he tried, I mean, it didn't work. You know, and we are just a baby country trying to pick our steps. I mean, if you go out there and they're going to be frank with the conversation, people would want to go out for funerals and birthday parties more than a Ghanaian event. Yes, I mean, and that's the thing out there. I'm telling you, maybe a lot of people will not want to have that hard conversation, but that's really what it is. I don't know when we can crack this or when the mindset will change and everything, but I've done a small analysis. I've spoken to a couple of people based on my travel outside, and I've realized that there's a programming, right? And the programming is that, I mean, somebody left here 10, 15 years ago to go and do a hustle. The whole idea is to try and go and make or see greener pastures and come back home and build a life. So while they're out there, it's only just work mode, right? And if anybody functions on that mindset, you should understand where their priorities will lie. And what we tend to forget is all we have is now. As I speak now, if I'm fortunate to be able to finish what we're doing and drop the phone, and you try calling me again, I'm not here. That's the only time I had. This might be my last time. It happened 2 weeks ago with Dada Katie. I spoke to him earlier in the morning, and by evening he was gone. right? That's how fragile and transient life is. So I keep telling people when I meet them outside that, hey, you're here to work, but this is all you have. There's nothing like I have tomorrow or I had yesterday. This is what you have. So do the most of it. And the mindset has not gotten there yet with a lot of us, because the idea is a lot of these people, unfortunately, even have started projects here or have business here or have homes here that are sitting there and gathering dust and everything, and they're paying bills. It's sad. I mean, it's our mentality. So unless we fall out of that mindset, we will suffer some of these things. Yeah, just to open another door to what really is happening. But most importantly, I mean, I think the responsibility lies on whoever is doing the event and whoever has been contracted to be on the event to push hard, right? But they can only do what they can do. But really, it depends on people who want to come out and feel good, take a respite from all the hustle that they're doing, and enjoy some sort of and when you spoke earlier, you said when you were giving your preamble to the conversation, you said this is not a health scare, right? I think it's a health scare. I look at entertainment differently. If you are well entertained, you are healthy. We failed as people who run this business to argue on that point. A healthy mind or a healthy body is the one that has a lot of entertainment in their system. Because without it, a lot of people go. I don't believe in the word depressed, but a lot of people go into depression and all that stuff, right? Because they're not really entertained. So for me, entertainment, when you want to say health check, I'll put it at the bottom of at the top of the discussion. So that's my mindset basically on what
okay,
really
Lenny had a question to follow up one of your points. I mean,
yes.
Great points there, but Lenny, go.
Hi, Bugod, I just want a clarity on what you were saying about people being immersed in work. Are you saying that's a contributing factor to they not showing up at the event?
Yeah, I'll say that. I mean, George will prove me wrong. Will prove me wrong in terms of the day. I mean, it was a bank holiday, right? So it was on a Sunday. So sure. I don't know if the Monday was a holiday. I don't know that. George will be able to say it was a holiday or not. I mean, initially when I was asked to be part of the show, I was asking why the show was on a Sunday, because definitely Monday will be a working day. But then I got the feedback that, hey, it's bank holiday. So, I thought, okay, then it means maybe Monday will be a holiday. But I don't live in that jurisdiction, so I won't know. So the show was on a Sunday. So technically, if people are going to go to work on a Monday, you should understand that it will definitely affect what we're going to be doing on that Sunday. But even prior to that, the promotion wasn't that
intense.
Encouraging, I would say.
Okay, I like that you mentioned that, because then now the argument or the question will be that regardless of whatever day it is, I think that we've seen people from other nationalities, artists from other nationalities, sell out concerts even on weekdays, right? Not to talk of it being a Sunday
or a holiday,
or a holiday, and then the following day is a Monday. Maybe there are other factors, but should we pin it on that, then it becomes really difficult for us to digest, because for us as well, we want our artists to have the very best when they get out there, because obviously this can be insights coming from their DSPs and then their socials and the fans out there, right? Like was mentioned. So maybe there's a reason beyond that, and I think that when we are able to pin it directly on maybe the marketing, the promotion. Did you also have promoters like on ground pushing this? Because I think the lineup of artists that were on there should have been able to pull enough numbers, if not, fill up the space totally.
For those who don't know, what was the lineup? Who were the artists? So that when we are speaking about it, people have context.
Boga, do you want to go?
We had Dada King.
Okay.
Yeah. So just before I give you the lineup, right? You know, when I spoke earlier, I told you there are multiple factors. So it was one. I mean, on that Sunday was one of the multiple factors that I'm not pinning it on only that Sunday, because when I
Okay.
spoke earlier, I had a variety of reasons why people will not come or didn't make it to the show. You know, I told you that the promotion itself was low, and it was low from the artist's point of view. I mean, we can all go back and check on timelines that the people that were billed to perform, how many times did they post,
I
how many
get
times
that.
did they push the event? You understand?
Yeah, I understand that, but
What?
I'm only saying also that that is not much of an argument. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because people still go for events regardless of
Yeah, but
whatever day it is,
I
or whether it's a holiday or whatever
Yeah,
the
but I
case.
get Bogo's point.
If we were still using some Ghanaian
I don't-
artists that people wanted to go out to see, the day would not matter, right?
but you see,
if it was other
so-
artists from different nationalities, I don't think
So
the
let me-
day will
I get
matter.
your-
So it's
I
just
get your
quite
point.
sad
I wanna ask
that
George-
like
I
all
wanna
of
ask
these
George-
factors have to come in play.
I want to ask George something that might answer this for us, right? George, from a data point, right? Streaming numbers, video plays, and all that. You go check these same artists in my back end, and there's probably tens of thousands of numbers coming from
That's
the UK
region,
and all those places. And if I was an active musician and I went to my back end, and maybe out of my 1 million streams, 250,000 are from Tottenham or someplace, or Hackney or someplace, I would think I have a massive fan base there. So you get what I'm saying? So does the data actually give any accurate vibe, or the data is misleading? Because I'm sure the Bull God, the entire team knew that people, they listen to these artists in the UK. That's why they take plane, come UK. So is the data misleading us?
Oh, Cyril, I think this conversation is deeper than we'll probably see it. Let me first of all, the data. The question is, did the artist or the organizers even check the data before going ahead to book? Secondly, let me go back to what Bulldog said about Ghanaians wanting to go to funerals and all these things. Again, Ghanaians wanting to work. I think that is not the case. That is not the case in the sense that
Exactly.
I've been here. I work every day. I work from Monday to Friday. Now, there are events that are happening in September, in August, that I've already purchased tickets. Why? Because I was able to see the event. It's been promoted online. It's been promoted. I hear it on radio. I get text messages and all these things about the event. One, it's being well promoted. Now, I don't think every Ghanaian in the UK, like I stated, I think it's about 150,000 Ghanaians in the UK. I don't think every Ghanaian in the UK is focused on working from Monday to Monday. No. Just as well in Ghana, people work every time. There are people who are event doers. First of all, who were the target audience for this particular event? Trust me, was it the same day or the following day? There was a city splash. That was a Jamaican concert. The place was filled to capacity. In the more, was it? Yeah, I think it's whether the same day or the day before. Usually, bank holidays.
Next day.
Usually bank holidays, right from the Friday to the Monday, it's full of events. And almost everywhere is packed. Of course, we wouldn't get everywhere packed until, events that are well marketed. Now, in our case, first of all, there was a Bradford, there was Kojo Black, and this and that. I mean, organizers wanted to give, the audience a feel of yesterday and, of course, today. But the question we ask ourselves is, first of all, who are the targets for these events? How well the organizers here know the market here? That listen, if I want to throw a party targeting, who are the party goers now? We are looking at 18 to probably 29 or 30, right? How do I reach out to these people? I think the first that comes to mind is okay, online. How do we activate our digital arts? Let me put it that way. Secondly, what community? You're targeting the Ghanaian community. How active were promotion in the Ghanaian community? Do we even have posters and banners and flyers all over the place? No. I live around Wembley. The number of times I'll see, even in the trains, right? The number of times you see a Burner Boy, what's it called? Poster. Poster. Yeah, let me put out. Burna Boy poster in the trains, right? At the train stops and all these things. They pay for these things. London has about what 10,000 buses. If let's say the event is happening in let's say Hackney, like you mentioned, there are buses that operate around that area. Then the event organizer, said to himself, okay, you know what, because I'm targeting Hackney, let me find a way, let me go to TFL and ask them how much it's going to cost me to brand, let's say 10 buses. You get me? So there are several ways of promoting the event. One. Secondly, the artists, are they really known in the space? Because mind you, you might be sitting in Ghana and thinking, oh, yeah, my son is training in the UK. Bro, it might not be what you think it is. You get me? Mind you, UK, especially London, is a cosmopolitan area that has almost everybody here. From the guy from the Brazil, from Portugal, from Poland, mind you, anytime they talk about sacking people home, I hear Ghanaians complain. Ghanaians are not even up in the top 10 most populated, foreigners in this country. We are not in there. We are about 14 or 15. So there are a lot of nationals who are, who have got numbers. There are about 1.6 million Indians here. There are Polish, Americans, Canadians, Germans, all these people are here. I think the top 10, the only Africans in the top 10 is about Nigeria, who's number 7. So if you're looking at doing an event, you have to factor all these things. First of all, if it's community, and probably I think Dominion Center, we should take about 1,005 or 2,000. I'm not sure about the number. But where is Dominion Center? It's in North London. That has a lot of Ghanaians. You get me? And how many times did we have events, posters and promotions going on in the northern part of London? Do you understand? So the whole thing has become, oh, Bradford, dear listeners, so let me put a Bradford on the camp. No, it doesn't work like that. The party goers these days don't know Bradford. They might know him, but they can't vibe with him. That are kidding, yeah. So that is where I come back and ask, who were the target audience for this particular event? Because
you need for that. You can't.
Definitely, because I don't think you can use the same means of marketing for a Dada KD or Bravo target audience for Equatorial Black. Because if I am promoting an event and it's Dada KD or Bravo, definitely I look at the communities. What do our mothers and fathers do? The shops, the restaurants, and all these places. Probably, put their posters and all that around North London, the Anfields, the Tottenham, and all these places. You understand? So we have to do more, not just this event organizers, but I think it's got to do with we, the Ghanaians, doing events. We are heavily based on, the artists that it didn't post. Yes, that is a big factor that artists should be posting and supporting events. But the question is, even the artist themselves, how popular is he in the community? There are Ghanaians here who go for every single event that happens in this country. No, listen, there's something that we get wrong in Ghana that we think everybody in the UK is doing. You wake up now, 5 a.m., go camera. No, there are people that live normal life here. I think gone are the days that people feel like, let me come and build home in Ghana and da. Now people are living their homes here, their only homes, they are living, they are doing their 9 to 5, they are doing their own business and all that. So we need to find out what's the age group of boys who attend parties. Last year, there was some event that happened here. I had some, boys in my neighborhood who are probably Ghanaians or Ghanaian descent. I didn't even know these artists. And these were top artists from Ghana. These boys who are Ghanaian descent, who live in the UK, probably have come to Ghana once or twice, do not know these boys. Because you see, these days people listen to music. They listen to anything that comes to them. They don't go look for, hey, let me go look for this guy. You get me? When it goes on his Apple Music and taps on, a playlist, everybody that is in there, it doesn't care whether you're from Ghana or you're from here. I am listening to you. Again, this is people don't really also care about who's on the song. It is a vibe. I'm vibing. You get me? So we have to, until the artist himself, put himself out there and own their song. And again, his image gets attached to the song. Aside that, it is just about a vibe. There are songs I know, I don't even know who sang them. Because maybe I don't care. My age in which I find myself, I'm not the guy who wakes up every morning to go check what's the latest song. Maybe the work I do will make me do. But people at my age, that is not them. So it is the 60 to probably 30 people who are super active music consumers. And how do we get to these people? How do our artists even get to these people? Now, mind you, you can't just target Ghanaians, you have to target Africans. How do you target Africans? There are PR agencies here, there are radio pluggers here, there are influencers here. Do we even work with these people to get our songs there? The Nigerian songs that are big here, it is not a fluke. You know, the Nigerian songs that are big here, it is not a fluke. People are spending heavy amounts of money in this country to get their records heard. So we have so much work to do, bro. We have so much work to do. And
Oh God.
I mean, my brothers, last year, the Ghanaian audience did well. Sorry. Last year, the Ghanaian audience did well. I think most of the events that happened in London and even outside London, they were able to sell out. That means that the intentions are right. The intentions are there. People want to step out to work, but give them a reason. Give them a reason to go out, and I'm sure they will come. Yeah.
Well, George, I want to know if your mindset has changed. Okay. Now that you've relocated, seeing this, you're saying a lot with regards to how other African nationalities constantly promote their music, and they seem to be in your face and all that. In general, has your mindset changed from when you were in Ghana in the entertainment space? And then to God, I want to know if this promo conversation is something that happened. You yourself mentioned that the promo was not enough, but why would that be? And still, there's a show confirmation date, because I think you know the importance of promo. So exactly what was the challenge that we keep facing? Because we've seen this happen in different areas of the world, but it seems to be just us. What exactly is this promo challenge that we keep facing?
Okay, so let me go back and say this, right? Look, I said there are a combination of factors, right? And in when your lady spoke, she didn't get what I said earlier. When George also spoke, same way, he also didn't get it. You see, everything George said, yeah, I agree with. So to come and disagree with most of the things that I have said, it means we're not looking at the total picture, right? So let me give you an example of Dada KD. Dada KD is not your 16-year-old to 29-year-old people that we're targeting. No.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So when you say the target market, you should understand exactly what the promoter thought of when they were doing the event. Now, I agree with you, George, when you say, okay, we have a lot of, you know how we do our promo out there. We have these, all these Ghana places where you go and put your flyers, throw it about, get into the community and engage some of these people for them to come out, right? Again, like you're saying, the 16-year-old to the 29-year-old today would not necessarily feel an obrafo, right? But for 30s to 40s and 50s will come out for an obrafo easily.
Yeah.
So again, it's a combination. And if you look at the lineup of the people that were put on the show, you should see where the target market is. It's not with more of your 16 to 29 people. It's more of the age that elderly age. And that's how come I'm telling you that you just moved into UK frequently. You had a different mindset when you were going out there. The people that were there before you also have a different mindset, and they've not changed it. The kids there that are being born today have a different mindset too. They find UK more as a home than their parents and grandparents that came there. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So these kids will easily go out for any concert if they know about the concert, right? But this show was not their target. I'll say mostly it wasn't their target. You understand? Yeah. I see the Koto Black factor in there might confuse a lot, because when you spoke about, oh, maybe I have a single or two and I think it might be big out there. No, that's way different. You understand? The target market, and then that's how come I come again and say, hey, the promo did not go down well as it should have gone.
Definitely.
The loss of that arcade also dealt a very bitter blow to the event, because I can confidently tell you that that arcade is more like a substitute to a Daddy Lumba.
Mm-hmm.
When you can't get a Daddy Lumba and you bring a Daddy arcade, it almost gives you the same effect. So the promoter or the event organizer was thinking along those lines. So that unfortunate situation really dealt them a heavy blow, right? Now, to come and answer C's question, right? Again, I went back to tell you, Burna Boy, if you check the record, didn't even sell 1,000 tickets when he wanted to do SA. And it's not like Ben.
But boo, there's a reason to that.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not popular. Burna Boy is one of the most hated artists in South Africa because of the things they did there. You know.
What did you say? Go on. What did you say?
The reason they didn't buy tickets is not because it's not popular or it can't sell there. It is because of his behavior in South Africa when he went to live there. So there's
So wait. So there's always a reason to something. It's not about popularity.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because we cannot sit here and say that people or Brafo is not popular with Ghanaians in the UK. Considering an age group, right? We can't say that. It will be disrespectful.
No, we can say that.
No. I'm saying with regards to a specific age group, we can't say that.
No, that's what I'm saying. That we can say that in the terms. Let me put it this way.
And check this out.
No, Moo, he's known, but does know him alone allow me to want to go to the show? No, there needs to be some selling factor, you know.
I didn't say that. Well, I didn't hear that. What did you say?
No, what I'm saying is, sorry, I think where I missed that question. What I'm saying here is that, yes, we all know Obrafo, you know, and Obrafo has been a legend from the 99 all the way to this way. But you see, knowing him alone does not give me a reason to go to his concert. You get me? When I get up from my home to go to an Elton John concert, there is a certain connection about, you know, there's something in the air that I'm hearing that I want to experience it. Not just knowing him.
Exactly where promo comes in. Check this out. Even Chris Brown is touring. He's kicking his store out from before the Popcorn's concert on the Monday, right? It was all over the place. Again, look, if you, no matter how popular you are, if you don't tell people I am coming out, nobody will come out.
Thank you.
So again, it boils down to the promo, and that's what I said from the beginning, that the promo was bad. It was not enough, you know. Then this whole death issue also came in. So that should set the basis for the argument. And again, you spoke about promo and comparing us to to the Nigerians and everything. Yo, bro, we shouldn't even start that conversation, you know, because
we should. We should. You know why I said we should?
I say that. The reason why I say that is you know we don't have the budget.
But you see, so that is what is, you know, Boo, that is what has kept us down for too long.
Yes. So how do we fix that? That's what I think. How do we fix the budget?
Boo, I'll always take myself and Camido as an example. We never had any money sitting somewhere to say, yo, give me $1 million to do this. You get me? I mean, the willingness.
Wait. So are you telling me today that Camido can feel the Indigo?
No. I don't know. I'm coming. I don't know Camido's pedigree today. That's what I'm saying.
Don't confuse the conversation. We're talking about events, not artist brand. Let's talk about events. I'm saying that an event and a Nigerian event promoter, the budget has to put all the things you're asking us to put on the buses and under the bridges and on billboards. We don't have that.
But no, how much is a poster? How much is a poster? How much is a poster?
My brothers are debating, but the fact is,
argument is not,
I agree with George on this, right? This one I did with George. The promo for be more intense.
Cyril, my argument is not about Bulldog or the event that happened.
It's in general.
It's not just about, you know, what's happening with. Yeah, it's general.
It's general. I mean, I agree.
Okay, so should I come in and answer my?
I agree because look, I have family in the UK, and sometimes when these events and things they happen, are they holla. Some they go, some they know they go. Some say me are they here for Ghana, they ask before they figure out say when are they coming? So our promo there has been something that for a while I get issue with. So it might not have to be on the level that George they go on, make we get the red buses and the tube and all those things. But we for still be able to get a bit more intense, because where it day right now, no be where we want make reach. But Kojo Trip also has some question he want base. So Trip on the line.
It wasn't even a question. It was I just wanted to input. I wanted to add to what George was saying about, I wanted to add to what George was saying about the audience, the target audience, that now second and third generation Ghanaians over there's a disconnect for most of them. Like you said, he'd go on Apple Music or Spotify, and then he's going to listen to whatever music is there that is exciting. He's not going to look at the nationality of the person. So when event promoters make the events that are happening in the diaspora more Ghana specific, they can't relate to that culture. Sometimes there is a huge disconnect, and that prevents them from probably wanting to participate in that, and they are more interested in the host nations events more than they would be in attending the Ghanaian event in the diaspora. So I just wanted to add to that. I feel like we also need to look at the culture of it, especially when we make these events too culture centric. Yeah.
Boo.
Okay. So can I come? Okay. Can I come in and answer the question?
Enter.
Before about me having a change of mind. No, my mind has been like this from day one. I mean, let me go back to music promotion. I think when I started working with Camido, I'm sure probably had a change of mind for the 2020 after COVID. Then we decided that we started believing that the world is for all of us. Now we did sugarcane in Ghana. We took it to Nigeria, Kenya, and all these places. We came to London. Mind you, we did our own events. A listening session here in London because we wanted to get closer to the people. We had about 200 people come in, and we felt like these industry people. This is people that they are very close to us. So we test the market by doing stuff like this to see who comes out. You get me? So I mean, the subsequent plan was okay. Hit the UK, stay here for like a month. That's what we used to do. Stay here for like a month, do promotion, go back to Ghana, come back. Then we plan to do our events. I mean, we had a lot of plans in the pipeline, but unfortunately, it couldn't come to play. But what I'm saying here is that if you want to have a very successful Ghanaian event here, it can be done. I mean, Akwaba has been doing this for years. Let's go back to early 2000s, right? Early 2000s or 2010, when the Kente culture was a big thing here. Everybody wanted to relate to a Ghanaian or be so Ghanaian or was so much in the Ghanaian vibe, all the way to that zone 2 and all these things. You get me? I think about 2 years ago, Sarkodie had a show. It became Promise last year. It was a beautiful sold out show, and I love the performance they did here. Alternate here. Beautiful crowd. And what I've realized is that there are some artists when they go to their concert here, the type of crowd you see there, you don't get it from elsewhere or other ones. That is why I said the target is key. Because let's go back to Della KD or Buffalo coming. Last year there was what's called Daddy Lumba, which sold out. There was Kabna, which equally sold out. So both I agree with you that yes, it's the marketing and it's key. It is the marketing. This event, I think the first time I heard about it was you, Bulldog, talking about how Della KD died. That's what I heard about the event. And then the next thing I saw was how Bradford was welcome at the airport. And that is another problem. That is a big problem. How we welcome some of these our artists and the way they present themselves. Because mind you, like we are saying, the boys and girls who want to go to the party, there's a certain perception they have about an artist. And when they flip on Instagram and all these platforms and they don't see our artists carry themselves like that, it kind of turn them off. Even where I think last year there was an artist that came here and where he was staying, I had friends of mine calling me that John you get me? So there are certain class of people who want to go for all this Burna Boy and Sarkodie, all this type of event. They want to go. But the package that we present to them, it is not so suitable. I was really disappointed when I saw Bradford dressed at the airport like that and how everything was orchestrated. Some of these things we want to listen. I'm a Ghanaian for for the rest of my life, I'm going to be like this and a proud one. So when we have an opportunity to present our people to the rest of the world, let them understand that, okay, when you get to the airport, let's go to the washroom and freshen up. Because immediately you come out, there's going to be cameras on you. Boom. Immediately you walk out of the,
I think you're taking this conversation a little below.
No. Okay, all right.
Wait. I think so. Sometimes we need to understand where we are and what kind of conversation we can have. You understand? And you saying that this is a little bit below because of no, wait. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll learn. You see, again, you spoke mindset, right? Not everybody carries the mindset that you carry right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, like whatever from time. Not everybody really cares about swag. Not everybody cares about how somebody will be picked up at the airport. Trust me, not a lot of people care about that. Again, you spoke about target market. You spoke about target. Me, I'm a music lover. I don't care what the music, the artist wears. I don't care. I just want the music. I'll give you a classic example. Somebody, wait. I'll land. If you look at all these reggae musicians and whatever, your proper reggae musicians, it's all about the music.
Yeah.
We're not dealing, and again, we're talking specifics, right? Yeah. Now, you're coming from a certain class of people. You're talking for a certain class of people. So I get the argument. You understand? But for us to say, and the Ghanaian artists should go and freshen up from the airport and the way. Wait, let me land. You were disappointed the way your Bravo was, Charlie. This is a senior right there. You're being. Wait, big man. I need you to, say what?
Only black like you.
Only black class captain. You want hijack my show?
I am blunt. I'm not this blunt.
You see, so this is move. So these are the problems that we have in our son industry. Of course, I mean, I'm not supposed to say it in public, but if I need a manager or whoever it is, I would have, not just him. It happened to us in France the other day. We were flying from Amsterdam to Paris. We were so tired. We got there. Immediately, myself and Camilo got there. They were going to pick us and 2 cameras. I had to stop them. That, we've been sleeping in flights. Everybody is tired. That you put a camera. You get me? So it is something that sometimes the artist doesn't even know. But perception is everything. What I see is what I believe. You understand? Boom. Like you said, you don't care about.
George is talking about the packaging, more or less. Whether it's about the freshening up or the blah blah, the crack is that the packaging, and as part of the marketing, the packaging for day form. The packaging for day form.
Serial. It be me, George, they talk to. We say I don't know what they talk about. I'm saying,
you see the way you presented Papi and Co from the beginning. They were accepted by some type of people that love them forever.
Listen to me. I'm saying that. And when we are talking about our seniors, we need what you call it. We need to swallow it before. I get where you're coming from, but I'm saying, somebody twice your age or somebody.
No, don't get me wrong.
Wait.
I'm just talking. No, listen. I'm not talking about him as.
Well, I'm skewing my argument on Obrafo. You use Obrafo as an example.
Okay, so
you open up the conversation. You use Obrafo the way you say, the way you see Obrafo, say you make disappointed, and that's what I'm telling you, that Obrafo's people, the people who are coming to listen to Obrafo, are not your Gen Zs. So Obrafo doesn't need to wear what do they call that shit? That shit, Cartier or whatever you guys call.
No. That is why we get it wrong all the time. We seem to get it wrong all the time. But it's not about the Gen Zs or it's not about who you're coming to listen to.
Wait. Unless you are telling me. So are you saying that? Are you saying that you, George? Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you. Why didn't you come to the show?
I was in Manchester.
Thank you. So that's why you didn't come, right?
Yes, I was in Manchester.
Apart from the fact that the show was late, you were not in town.
Yes.
Apart from apart from the fact that the promo didn't get to you early, you were not in town, right? So there are a number of that could.
No, wait. That was on the 25th, right?
It was on the 25th, yeah.
Okay, so it was my birthday, and was it the 25th? No, there was something happening on the 25th. Wow. That was DJ Fifi's party.
Okay.
Fifi's party, and I think most of the people went there to us. So anyway, yeah.
Exactly. So there are a number of factors. Yeah. So I'm saying that. Are you telling me if maybe you had time on that day and you wanted to go out for an event and you just heard it on that day, you think you'll be deterred from coming to this event because of the way Obrafo presented himself at the airport?
Boom. Like I'm saying, a lot of factors.
Yes or no? Before you go and give me an
I'm the wrong person to target here because I am somebody in the industry with these people. But I'm telling you that there are people that pay attention to these things. They're not Gen Zs. I'm telling you about people who are even older than me who look out for these things. Listen, I'm not ridiculing on Bradford in any way or disrespecting him anyway. I'm saying that probably it might not even be the way you dress. The way the camera guys even do the videos can also contribute to these things. You get me? Move. When Bulldog is mentioned to me right now, there's an image in my mind. Okay, it's either got braids or it's got bushy hair with now you wear glasses. You get me? So there's a certain image you're creating in my mind. When I close my eyes and I hear the name Bulldog or Bulldog, okay, there's a UTV person that's sick on TV and is aggressive on TV and it's got braids now or got afro. That's the image.
If you're talking about, we are
10 minutes over my time.
My name is.
We are 10 minutes over my time. I for chop referee and scatter the two of you all. But the conversation has proven to me one thing, and I'm sure my in-house, my panelists with me, my co-hosts with me also agree. The crack of it is that there's work to be done.
Yeah.
Whether it's the promo, whether it's the packaging, whether it's how we
roll,
whether it's the data analysis, whether it be say when people for tap into new communities. Because my personal problem be the fact that a Ghanaian artist is going to perform in, like you said, Enfield or Manchester, doesn't mean the auditorium should be full of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
You make some Polish guys come jump to Obrafo. Make some Czechoslovakia guys come. Make some 2 Indians, 1 Pakistani guy. Let's just do music for the world and make the world our venue. You you say what? Your audio day off.
Yeah. Let me say this before you go. Yeah, see. What you just said is the truth, yeah? But there are a lot of factors that will not make somebody come out. So let me give you one. Wizkid, he comes here for Accra Sports Stadium. Wizkid comes straight Porto, and you can't tell me
that would be different matter too. That would be different problem too, boss.
Boo, with the Wizkid, hold on. With the Wizkid conversation, right? I think that at the time we all understood that there was a matter of also promo organization. It was just a lot of things. Yeah, it was so many things that didn't make it happen.
With this one, so I'm saying that we need to understand that we'll not get it right all the time, and need to work. Plus, one of the things that is very, very important when it comes to promo is time. You see, we don't have enough time as people out there to promote because maybe we don't have the budget to do it. So you realize that somebody will just do a 1 or 2 months promo and they expect that people. But really, if you look at all these shows that these people sell out, they have 6 months, they have 8 months.
Hold on. Yes. What prevents us from doing the same if we want to be promoters?
Well, we don't get money. It be money.
I feel like because Boo God was a part of the team, he's trying to
use rough tactics.
Yeah, you're trying to ruffle us a bit. But honestly, if people are
sometimes
doing hold on.
The deal be hot.
Hold on. If people are doing 6 months, okay, Boo, if people are doing 6 months, why can't we also do 6 months? And maybe you don't go as intense. You don't go as intense as these other people do. You spread it across. You make it as easy as it can be for
the deal
you.
Is hot.
Do you understand? So that we don't come up with these excuses if we don't have money and they have the money. Because it's sad to see that Ghanaian events, don't go.
Oh God, I understand. Sometimes they can't hot. Tell you don't get 8 months, George. You know very well. You know every. time you get 8 months.
That's what I'm saying. That. Like Lenny is saying, if you know you have 2-3 months or 6 months to do promotion, you start gradually. First month, you spread posters all over the place. Second month, you can take to social media. Third month, another thing, move. Even the promoters that do events here, what contribution do they do to this artist they bring? Boo, how many radio stations do we go to promote our songs? Listen, what Boo? One artist that I really love to see him here all the time. Oh, two actually, or even more. But Stone Boy can promise. In this country, anytime Stone Boy touches here, he's all over the place.
Okay.
You get me? Anytime King Promise is here, he's in. So these are the things we want to see. You get me? So not just your promoter or you and your team. I'm saying that any promoter bringing artists here, please, when you bring them, let's go ahead, even before they come, let's find a way to promote them on the media platforms before they even walk in, so that people, they will not be new to people, because there are a lot of people who are new to these artists, even though they know or they've heard their songs. You get me? So let's find a way. Very soon I'll be a promoter too, so I'll come for you. I'll come to you for consultation.
You try to.
Bo and George, thank you very much for your time. We know it's not easy. We've taken time of your morning and we've even gone 16 minutes above. But the crack of it is that we can all agree that there's work to be done, from promo to planning to packaging. The promo, planning, packaging, the 3 P's, make we hold them as we conclude. The question today has been the contributing factors to the declining attendance of Ghanaian events in the diaspora. Ways forward, we had the man, Bull God of Bull House, my big brother himself on the line. We had George Britton, another brother from another mother, on the line as well. Celebrated industry experts, event organizers, artist managers. They've done it across the board, and their insights have definitely been valuable. Lenny Lomote in-house also jabbing 1 or 2 points there. Your Trip has not been a good defender today. Has not defended well on this topic.
Because I kept raising my hand to speak, and I think
you want me to ref tell you say play short.
The conversation.
I want Bull God and George Britton to go and continue this conversation on their own. And
they should send us a PDF of their solutions,
because
George and
there needs to be
send a PDF
a solution
of your itemized solutions.
But anyway, we had someone listening in who also had a contribution.
Okay,
so
let's
the Bull talk. So let's
up.
quickly. He says that the matter be say event organizers in the diaspora are mostly not strategic. The one way of going about events be boring. You don't see even top Ghanaian event organizers use the trains or train stations, buses, airports, social media, local radio, the restaurants intensively to reach the right crowd early, and we won't fail waiting. We get investors, but what we go do to make them come on board, Charlie? Yeah, so that's why I was saying, if it's financial, like, ease it up for yourself so that it's not too heavy on
the
you.
world is your oyster. If you want to go diaspora, go big or go home. That is the conversation and the consensus. Shout outs again to the brothers. Shout outs to production. Shout outs to you listeners. Apologies for those of you who we had to cut off on TV 18 minutes ago. But for all of you listening on plus 89.9, hey, all of you watching, sorry, all of you who are still connected with us, especially on the stream, big ups, much love. It's been a great show, great conversation, great week, and the month is done. Boom, blind. The next time you see us will be in June. The thing you say you do in January, no, you do June. I want it to pain you this Friday. I want your weekend to be uncomfortable. I want you to hear my voice. Do it, do it, Tom. And on that note, the name is Serial. I'm here with Legend, and I'm here with Lenny Lomote, and I'm here with you. So I say, go and do it. Bye bye.